Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Point Fighter Live. I'm here today with Christine Bannon-Rodrigues and Don Rodriguez, and we're going to be talking about the Ocean State Nationals virtual virtual championships this July 17th through 19, 2020. It's going to be a great event, and it's great to have you guys on the show. How you guys doing?
We're doing great.
Very good.
Awesome. For everybody that's joining us, if you have any questions on the event, just comment and we can answer it right now. If you're watching the recording, same thing. We could still answer your questions or comments. Okay. It's gonna be an awesome event. And it's a virtual event and it's NASKA rated. It's gonna be awesome. So we're here, Ocean State Nationals was supposed to be a few months ago, right? The in-person event, and then COVID came, and then you guys decided to do the virtual event and Amerikick as well, and just it's pretty cool, right? This whole virtual stuff.
Yeah.
It is. It is. And we're really excited about NASCA having a second circuit, so to speak, where they're going to have the live world ratings and then they're also going to have the virtual ratings at the end of the year. So, as of right now, it's Amerikick and us. But more events might get added. We're not sure on, there's a lot of other events throughout the end of the year. So we don't know if they'll be virtual or in person.
Yeah, I know. I always try to look at some of the positives in the negatives, right? Whole virtual, teaching how tournaments, it could be the way of the future where it could be in person and virtual, right? In the future, you never know, right? So the
Right.
reach is farther.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's definitely a different thing, and I got to tell you that, we were looking so excited about this coming year. We had more hotel rooms. Registration was way up, but we're going to have a great tournament. We're just going to have that great tournament next year, you know what I mean? And we want you to be there, Alex, and
Yeah.
everywhere. I'm really looking forward to it. But you know what? I'm looking forward to this too, and it's a different type of thing. It's kind of like you know, sometimes they say, the competition, it's not the same because you're not competing against somebody and so forth. You know what I mean? But I always tell my people, and I try to be the best coach that I can be. I tell them that the toughest competitor in that whole division is you. You have to outdo yourself. And it gives you that opportunity by actually doing your form. And if you didn't, now try to outdo that form you just did. You know what I mean? And so forth. You know what I mean? So, it really is a whole different side to it right now. And it's actually, I think it's a good thing in some ways that it's happening because it's bringing out a different type of competitor in yourself. You know what I mean? Because and that's my belief in it. You know what I mean? I really do. Obviously, we would have loved to have the live tournament, but you know what? This is a different type of competition now. It's virtual, but the toughest competitor in that division is you, and that's what you got to try to remember. You know what I mean? You have to outperform yourself. You know what I mean? And I've always told my people that. Competitor. What a judge will do is they'll look at you and. Sometimes they judge you on your last performance. Yeah, I seen them look better than that, and they give you a lower score when you could have probably still been the best competitor on that stage at the top. And sometimes, you're your worst enemy almost. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So,
True.
so you and I've seen Christine lose like that once before. You know what I mean? And Mike Chat did, also. So the thing is that you have to make sure you can outperform yourself. You got to be better than your last performance. That's simple.
Yeah. No, that's great. Legendary coach. But yeah, the competition is worldwide. you could join this competition anywhere. So let's say you're from another country, or you're a local competitor and you never have a chance to compete, maybe a NASKA, tour. Here's your chance to compete, with some of the NASKA top competitors. Well, right here, you don't have to go out of your house, so that's pretty cool. And I've been seeing these virtual events, and they're getting people from all over. I heard like Australia, people from like Chile, like other countries, usually don't participate at some of these are, great. So yeah, so now it's part of the NASKA virtual tour. So there's separate points for this as well as the in-person events, right? How does that work? You guys right now?
Correct. So, they'll have the world ratings for the virtual circuit at the end of the year as well. And you can follow the ratings right on the event text and see how your standings are right after America's done this weekend. So, you'll be able to see where you stand and what your competition is, and be able to, compete at the next one, which would be the Ocean State. And if there are more throughout the year, then you can keep going and hopefully win a NASKA world title on the virtual circuit.
That's pretty cool. Hey, so exactly how July 17 through 19, right? So they have to turn in their video by a certain time, right?
Right. And it's like the day before that it's required to be uploaded and everything. So, and you can always upload your video and say you end up changing your mind and want to do a different one, a different form, or, you want to change it. As long as it's before the tournament begins and registration is still open, you could always change it. So, I recommend getting it in there, and then, if you decide to change it later, you could.
Yeah, that's pretty. So they submit their video, they get it judged by a panel that you guys have, the judges, and then they get scored, and then right, that's how
Right.
the
And
winner.
we'll have, professional, NASKA certified judges and crane judges helping out with the judging that weekend. So, we're really looking forward to having top-notch officials and picking some great fighters for those fighting divisions too, so that we have fighters out there judging those divisions. So
Yeah, that's really cool. It's cool. Hey, like the future is here, right? It's crazy.
yeah,
You know, that's
Well,
crazy.
well,
That's
it is. And Alex, you brought up a great thing just a little while ago. This is really something else, because you can compete against all people from all over the world. You know what I mean? And just like all those people can compete against people that they've heard about and still saw on YouTube or whatever the thing is. And the thing is that now they're going to get a chance to actually go out there and compete, which is awesome. You know what I mean?
yeah. Exactly. Said, there's gonna be top level referees there, and they can kind of like see where they're at. Well, based on that judging, you know what I mean. So then, when it comes to in-person events, they kind of have a better strategy, especially if they're new to the circuit. So that's really awesome. Hey, so let's go over some of the divisions that they could compete in. Fighting challenge. A lot of people think that virtual event is only for forms and weapons, right? But you guys actually have a fighting challenge. Can you tell us more about how it works?
right. It would be considered the fighting drills champion, not an actual fighting champion, but a fighting drills champion if they won. And they have 30 seconds that they're going to go out there, and they could do it either in the air like your shadow boxing, or they could do it on focus pads if they had someone to hold the pads for them, or they could do it on a heavy bag. But they have 30 seconds to just perform their best skills. So, kicks, blitzes, footwork, fakes, their movement. And, it's all getting judged on their speed, power, focus, accuracy, and practicality. So it has to be techniques that would be very practical and would work in a point fighting match. So, you know, they can't go out there doing crazy flips and stuff like that, you know?
That's pretty cool. Basically like freestyle, right? They don't have a specific drill. It's basically 25, 30 seconds, and they go, and it has your, you know, your judging technique, speed, power, all that. Cool. So it's kind of like shadow boxing for karate, but like, you know, perfection.
Yeah.
That's Can't wait to see some of the videos of, you know, of some of the people that do it, and that's cool. You could get better at your craft while practicing for this, you know. So it's awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
you got to look at it like this too, Alex. It's almost like auditioning for a movie. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I'm saying? If you, so to speak. By the way, have you ever seen the Mike Tyson video of him training just recently? He
Oh
did
yeah.
like,
The one of him recently at 53
yeah.
looks awesome.
Now, there's a perfect example. He did about 30 seconds there. And I don't think anybody in the world wants to fight him right now. You know what I mean? Because he looked great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is the type of thing that a competitor gives an opportunity to impress everybody with their actual training ability, their training skills, and so forth. And I'm pretty excited to see some of the drills myself. You know what I mean? Which
It was pretty funny. I had some 5 and 6-year-olds and actually 4-year-olds doing it, and I was like, "Oh my god!" You know, they were pretty funny out there doing it. But we've been having fun with it, and you know, students are like, "Wow, that's only 30 seconds," but they're putting so much into it, and they're staying busy for 30 seconds. They're like, "Wow." You know, that's exhausting. You know, we do it a couple times. As I said, we're going to start adding this, seeing we can't spar yet.
Yeah. It's almost fighting cop, right? Like fighting
precisely, exactly, it's exactly right, exactly
I
right.
some of the performances for sure. That sounds awesome. Okay, so of course forms. Now the forms are all the NASKA forms that are now. Um,
Yeah. Yes, our age groups are a little bit different. So like instead of 9 and under black belts, I think we have 11 and under. I think it's 12 to 14 and then 15 to 17 on the divisions. Just because the divisions, you know, the tournament not as big as an in-person tournament. But if we do get a lot of competitors in a specific division, then we have the option to, you know, split it in half and divide it up. So
yeah. No, that's awesome. That's awesome. And they're open to all ranks, under belts, black belts, all ages, doesn't matter. So that's great.
yeah.
Weapons is you have all the weapons divisions as well out there. It's really cool. It's really cool. It's gonna be, and then of course breaking. That's another cool division right there, right? Like you
Yeah.
can really get creative with this because you know sometimes when you have breaking an event and it's, let's say it's farther away, you have to bring the material with you. So here is like unlimited. You know, you have it your dojo, your house, or wherever that, and you know, here's a chance to get really creative with this with the breaking. I can't see some of these videos as well. You know, from the performances, it's gonna be awesome. Hey, so it's Point Fighter approved as well. Point Fighter Live. We're gonna bring in some of the winners of the event and highlight them on the show. And you know, maybe if we could get some performances, you know, of some of the winners and post it on the pages, you know, and give them exposure. We got the point as well, the power ring, and two winners are gonna get this. You know, we're gonna pick, you know, kind of like two to the event, and then you know we'll send it to them as well. Oh, you know that's really awesome. The whole thing is done by Uventex, right? They register. They're gonna get their scores there. Everything. It's
Right.
what to do too.
And what's kind of cool too is with the Eventex, you don't have to have your video on YouTube, which becomes an issue with people doing musical forms. So you can just upload it right from your phone, and you don't have to worry about, you know, the music rights and everything. So that's very helpful that it doesn't have to go through YouTube as far as the upload.
Oh yeah, good. That's good to know. So the music, if you upload it through Eventex, you're good. So
Yep.
that's good to know. Yeah, that's good info right there. So yeah, so it's gonna be here. It's just in a matter of weeks, and it's gonna be awesome. You guys say anything else that we didn't talk, you guys want to bring up about it?
No, I mean, I think we covered most of it. We're just really excited to see some people from other countries and give people that really can't afford to travel around the NASKA circuit a chance to compete against the NASKA competitors and see how they would fare. And maybe some people will actually be surprised at how well they do, and maybe they'll want to try and, start following the circuit in the future.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's gonna be awesome. Wait to see some of the performances. The people that are competing from all over the world. It's gonna be a great event. And you guys, you're awesome hosts of events. You guys have been doing this for years now, right? How long have you guys been hosting events for?
Well, this was supposed to be our 40th.
Oh wow, yeah, we were supposed to do the Power Award there. Oh man, I was so looking forward to this one, but next year it's gonna come back and even stronger. And you guys turn into a positive by giving something to the competitors. So like, it's awesome what you got, and this is great. Maybe next year people could be in person and they have a chance to be, if they can't make it, virtual. Who knows? Who knows how it could go? But
Well, we may do part of that tournament as virtual too. You know what I
yeah,
mean? We haven't decided yet, but I can tell you this: those power rings you was talking about, we'd love to have you give it right on stage at the nighttime show
yeah,
next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah. I was so looking forward to the event. Like I was so pumped up for
uh,
it. But
we're still looking forward to it again, Alex. When we do have it next year, and our 40th year is going to be a special year. It's still going to be the 40th anniversary because it's our 40th year. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, we're looking forward to this event, and like I said, a lot of positive things can come out of this year. I think.
yeah, for sure. On this video, it's gonna have the link to register. When do they have to register? Is there like a cutoff date?
Yes, it's I think it's midnight on the 15th.
Okay, right.
So,
And they gotta submit right there, like a day before, right?
right. When you register is when you upload your video and everything. So,
All right, awesome. Okay, if you have any contact myself, Don, Christine. We're always on social media, so you'll get your questions answered right away. It's open to everybody, so go ahead and register now. And the sport is alive, so let's get this. All right. Thanks
all
for
right.
today, and everybody out there. I hope you have a good night. The weekend is almost here, and that's it. Power, baby. All right.
Power.
Listen, it was great seeing you, Alex. I just wanted to know.